Hello, my name is Sam Lane and I'm presenting my report on PV operations and maintenance best practices. So properly planned and delivered operations and maintenance program has the potential to decrease costs, make costs more predictable over time, and increase PV performance. Data shows that comprehensive PV system operation and maintenance could improve the average performance ratio of a system from 91.7 to 95%, which would lead to increased revenue and environmental benefits. Improving operation and maintenance has the potential to increase efficiency, decrease downtime, extend system lifetime, and reduce total system costs, ensuring safety and reducing risks. So in this paper, I examined the scope of a typical PV operation and maintenance program, discussed the implementation and cost of such programs, and examined future operation and maintenance innovations. So any good operation and maintenance program starts in the design phase. So things you can do in the design phase is select low or no maintenance alternatives when applicable, standardize on preferred products to avoid mismatch of parts, and do some things as simple as providing access to equipment for maintenance. So to look at some certain subsystems that any good operations and maintenance program is going to focus on. So the first one is electrical systems. So things like wires, ties, and bushings. Those should not be exposed to sunlight to prevent degradation over the long life of the system. Other things like not using wire ties too tightly or pulling wires too tight so that the insulation remains intact. And also designing system for wire movement due to thermal expansion or due to movement caused by the wind. Other things like inverter systems, those can become very expensive. The best preventive maintenance for inverters is to perform the manufacturer's required maintenance, which usually includes retorquing the current carrying conductor fasteners, thermal imaging the connections, and changing the inverter air filters. Another important part of a good operations and maintenance program specifically for ground-mounted systems is vegetation management. So the easiest way is usually chemical vegetation abatement. It's most efficient and often less costly than other vegetation management programs. However, there are some downsides to using those herbicides, such as soil destabilization and also safety risks for handling those chemicals. Some other innovative things. So some solar companies in the U.S. South and in Germany work with local farmers to use sheep and goat grazing for vegetation management. So obviously that's a lot less of an environmental and safety hazard than herbicides. So when it comes to implementation and costs, three main implementation strategies are to use an EPC company or the installer who built and warrants the system, make the operation and maintenance service in-house, or outsource to a specialized third-party O&M provider. Also highlighted three ways to characterize operation maintenance costs. Those are annual cash flow, net present value, and reserve account. And my report goes into detail on each one of those methods to analyze the cost. So for future PV operations and maintenance, two things I looked into in my report were the use of drones to monitor large plants, much more efficient than manual inspections, and then also using artificial intelligence or machine learning for predictive maintenance to really make your maintenance programs a lot more efficient. So that's pretty much the crux of my report. If you have any questions, I'm standing by. Thank you.